about that, and I was thinking 2022 has been the year of change, and I don't do change very well. And there's been a lot of change in every aspect of my life, my work, my family, even church, and losing the Queen even affected me, and all the political changes. And I realised that actually change is a really big and hard thing for me. But the biggest thing that has been challenging has been a bit closer to home, because we've lived in our house for 28 years and we've had a lovely community around us in our street. And this year 6 families have moved away. Some of them have unfortunately died, and some of them have just left London, and that has really, really affected me, and I really found that tricky. And I started to get quite cross, to the point where I wanted a for sale board up. And I spoke to my very wise husband, who said, no, that's not going to happen. But it really did start to affect my sleep. And it was only when I started to bring God into the situation that everything started to change. And I had this song in my heart, which I used to sing as I walked down the road. And it became a little bit of a prayer each day. And it was, creating me a pure heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Because I felt that this was Sodom and Gomorrah. My spirit was like really, really not speaking the truth into my life. Literally, the next day, a friend came up to me and she said, isn't it wonderful living in London? We have so many trees and it's so accessible to places. And I'm thinking, I hate London. I do not like being here. But I didn't tell her that. But as I walked away, that really affected me, that conversation. And then a few days later, another lady came up to me and she said, I had a terrible day yesterday. My car broke down and I had a really important meeting to get to work. And isn't it wonderful that we can just walk to the end of the street and catch a bus to various tube stations? And she was really grateful for that. I thought, God, are you speaking through people and changing my heart and making me become just more settled and more grateful for what I have around me? But the final thing was our new neighbours came round a week later with cakes for the family to share, and they introduced themselves. And I just made me realise that God uses people's conversations to answer prayers. And I was so grateful for just these people who had no idea the struggles I was going through, but the power of their words in my life changed my spirit. And God answers our prayers through people. So be careful what you say to people, because you could be an answer to someone's prayer just in your casual conversation.